Cultural appropriation is a real thing, and do not let that idiot tell you otherwise. He is fucking stupid, and I said what the hell I said. So there was recently a man on here who got on here stating that cultural appropriation is not real. It is a myth because when you appropriate things from other cultures besides Black American culture, it is received pretty well, and the people who are typically in that culture do not have a problem with you engaging with that. I can tell you firsthand that it is not the same. And if you get your understanding of cultural appropriation and why we acknowledge it in the way in which we do from a TikTok video, that's the fucking problem for me. Do not engage within a conversation. I don't want to hear shit that you got to say. I don't want to hear a fuck thing. So first and foremost, before I even get into Black people, just know that 2% of the world's population is blonde. There is no such thing as appropriating blonde hair. There is no fact or anywhere showing that blonde is intrinsically a part of one person's culture or a part of one ethnicity's culture, because it definitely the fuck is not. The blonde people in which you see today have dyed their hair blonde. Their hair is dyed. It is not naturally blonde. It's dyed, babe. Now, getting into Black American culture and as to understanding why cultural appropriation matters so much to us is that it is not the same as taking things from different cultures from people in China versus those in Japan, because that's different. You have never seen these people be systemically oppressed historically or present day in America for their culture specifically on the basis of their race. That's an entirely different story. However, cultural wise, we have not seen it. Their erasure has not happened. However, Black people, we have. So whenever Black Americans develop something or we create something, our culture is then washed away and then written off as American culture. When you talk about country music, like Beyonce, she reclaimed the country music because it was made by Black people. However, it was written off as an American thing, as a Southern American thing, and then it made it exclusive for white people to benefit from, white people to get Grammys for, white people to participate in the CMAs in, and for white people to then engage with and enjoy. And Black people were then made to be othered from the genre. This is just one example of many aspects of our culture in which we are demonized for, while white people are praised for. And then white people don't even take it and say, well, this is white culture. They say this is American culture, making the claim that this is for everybody in America. However, realistically, you only see one racial demographic in America engaging in it really and benefiting from it really. Meanwhile, the racial demographic that actually made it in America gets demonized. So I want us to really, really understand what we're talking about here and why the context of cultural appropriation is so different, and why Black folk take cultural appropriation so seriously versus the people that you're mentioning.